A white man has the right, the guts, the effrontery, the temerity to say this thing out of his mouth. And this thing he's saying is basically shooting at, like, talking directly to black people. That one alone is annoying. It is now more annoying and frustrating to see this black guy, because this is what this guy literally do. I can tell you, I've been seeing most of his videos, his updates, and so on and so forth. This guy has literally not support black community. He's a black guy. Even with every single thing that this man said, that even a lot of white folks in the comment section are like, no, this particular one he said is wrong. This black guy still stood on his toes with his full chest to support him, to support this white man, and push the blame to people like us, which is the black people. I don't know if this guy is married to a white woman. I don't know. Because I feel like there are reasons behind what he has been doing. He's going to be the first clip I'm going to play. If you have been watching his videos, let me know. Even if anything happened, this man will push the blame to black community. I want you guys to watch this video as a black person, as a white person. If you have a DNA of America inside of you, watch this video and tell me the honest truth. If this thing that this white man said is absolutely correct, if this thing that this white man said is even good to be public, let's watch. I'll be back with commentaries. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches I'm going to be putting in my today's episode. With that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back.
All right, this might hurt some feelings, but whatever. I was just scrolling through my feed and I saw a couple of posts about how white people have no culture. And I'm just over this white guilt, white shame type stuff. I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame, because our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously. We didn't start slavery, but we damn sure ended it. And the only place that slavery still exists are in people of color societies in Africa and the Middle East. The Vikings figured out how to circumnavigate the globe before the Islamic world ever figured out how to get their feet wet. It wasn't us that was going into Africa and pulling the slaves out. It was other Africans grabbing them and enslaving them. We invented democracy. We invented the constitutional republic. The bubonic plague wiped out half of Europe. And what did we do? We got together and discovered Western medicine and inoculations and vaccines. I'm not saying that we're better than you, but we're damn sure not worse. There are 4 major ethnic groups in this planet. There are black people, white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people. And we are the smallest. And we are the only group that you're demanding shut up. And because we're not doing it anymore, you're just going to scream racist louder and louder and louder. And we are done caring. We are not ashamed of who we are. We are not better than you, but we're damn sure no worse. And if we're so freaking terrible, then why? Why does the entire Eastern world flock to countries that we created? Answer me that.
I don't think that he's wrong. I don't think that he's wrong in feeling a level of fatigue, and let's be honest, and I know that there's going to be people in the chat, and that's fine, because me having this conversation generates and hopefully inspires debate and critical thinking. But he's right in that the majority of white people in this country, unless you're a white apologist, is considered the enemy. There is nobody in America that is more villainized than white people, white men specifically. Heterosexual white men is the poster child for the villain in the United States of America. Now, I can't speak for any other country because I'm not a part of their culture and I haven't lived there for my whole life. But what I do know is that here in the United States of America, when you fail, you blame white people. When you go to jail, you blame white people that created the system. When you succeed, you take all of the credit for yourself in overcoming what white people has put in your way as an obstacle to prevent you from becoming successful. And so when we really honestly take a look at it, what we tend to hold up as a cultural norm is that white people is an enemy. And so I understand if you are born into something that you never had a choice of what you were born into when you're tired.
All right, this might hurt some feelings, but whatever.
If you have to start your video off with a disclaimer like that, then perhaps you shouldn't continue.
I was just scrolling through my feed and I saw a couple of posts about how white people have no culture. And I'm just over this white guilt, white shame type stuff.
You see one too many videos about mayonnaise and cargo shorts?
I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame.
Something tells me you're going to let us know how whites reign supreme on everything.
Because our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously.
That's a strange yeah but defense. That's like saying, Your Honor, I didn't sleep with that child first.
We didn't start slavery, but we damn sure ended it.
Hi, black people. This is the United States. You filed a complaint about 1,000 years ago, but we're finally getting to it. We're going to let you go now, but don't hold us responsible because none of us were alive when it happened.
And the only place that slavery still exists are in people of color societies in Africa and the Middle East.
Fun fact, slavery still exists everywhere. It's called human trafficking. But yeah, don't let facts interrupt your victory lap.
The Vikings figured out how to circumnavigate the globe before the Islamic world ever figured out how to get their feet wet.
The Vikings barely figured out bathing. Meanwhile, the Islamic world invented hospitals, algebra, libraries. They were running an ancient Apple store.
It wasn't us that was going into Africa and pulling the slaves out. It was other Africans grabbing them and enslaving them.
Yes, internal African slavery did exist. White people just turned it into an Amazon Prime Human edition.
We invented democracy. We invented the constitutional republic.
The Greeks invented democracy. And if you say, yeah, Greeks were white, they weren't alive when you were alive, so you didn't invent anything. It's the same concept that you have for slavery.
The bubonic plague wiped out half of Europe. And what did we do? We got together and discovered Western medicine and inoculations and vaccines.
Europeans discovered those the same way that a kid discovers a snack. They usually steal it. The Chinese invented vaccines. Inoculation was invented by the Chinese and the Africans.
I'm not saying that we're better than you.
Seems to me like that's exactly what you're trying to say.
But we're damn sure not worse.
Debatable.
There are 4 major ethnic groups in this planet. There are black people, white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people. And
That's not how ethnicity works. That's how crowns work.
we are the smallest, and we are the only group that you're demanding shut up.
We're not saying shut up. We're just saying maybe don't start off with this may hurt some feelings.
And because we're not doing it anymore, you're just going to scream racist louder and louder and louder, and we are done caring.
We know you're fine being openly racist the same way that gay people are fine being openly gay. They're no longer in the closet, and you guys are no longer in the closet because Trump made it okay to be racist in public.
We are not ashamed of who we are. We are not better than you, but we're damn sure no worse.
You're saying it again, so you're trying to convince yourself of that.
And if we're so freaking terrible, then why? Why does the entire Eastern world flock to countries that we created? Answer me that.
Because people move where the jobs and opportunity are. It's like that in any country. Also, Native Americans founded this country. White people colonized it. So let's probably not brag about it.
All right.
Nothing and nobody is destroying this country more than the motherfuckers that take ownership of this country. The ones who claim that they love this country so fucking much. Nobody is destroying this country more than them racist motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers don't like nobody, and I mean nobody. They can tolerate some a little more than they can tolerate others, but when I tell you they don't like nobody that's not white, they don't like anybody that's not white, okay? So if the people that think that they like them, you got a rude awakening, okay? You got a rude awakening. No matter how much them motherfuckers win, no matter how much them motherfuckers have, they are still never satisfied. They got to find a fucking way to complain. They got to find a fucking way to fault somebody for something. They're never satisfied. They're gonna keep dividing people no matter what. If all the black and brown people disappear from this earth right motherfucking now, them motherfuckers would turn on each other and still be fucking mad. If we gave these motherfuckers this country, they would still find a way to be fucking angry.
Yeah, so I finally got cleaned up. So, I'm going to say this over and over again, just like many black content creators on this say over and over again. Racism is why everything is being destroyed. And this latest backlash was spurred by the fact that they had a visibly and unambiguously black and black encultured family in the White House. The White House was only started to be called the White House as a dog whistle of approval to racist Southern whites. So to see a black family in the White House, to see a black president in the White House, was an indication that black people, and he gets blamed for, he's going to take it on the chin for all black people. It was a visible indication that black people had gone past their place, the place that white racism has mandated they need to remain in. Which is why the Republicans set about obstructing President Obama at every turn. And let me not leave out the left too, which is why white Democrats basically did nothing to defend him either. And some of them actually obstructed President Obama's agenda too. So yeah, white people, y'all are incurably racist. Y'all don't want to be told you're racist. You want to be called racist. You want to keep being racist, acting racist, saying racist shit, And we're not supposed to tell you you're racist. We're not supposed to call you racist. Like, you want to do all the racist shit, but because we call you racist, because you don't like being called racist, you're willing to burn everything the fuck down. This is the ultimate in bullying where you guys concerned. You get to be racist, you get to be violently and murderously racist, and we're not supposed to call you out. Or else you're going to act violently and murderously towards us, which further justifies us calling you that. You see your logic? You fuckers are so freaking racist. You're willing to back up the evil that your scions seem to love. These nasty hobbies and literal sinful guilty pleasures of graping children. You people are willing to defend that to the hilt because your whitey supremacist gods of the day, meaning Trump and the other people like him, that is their guilty pleasure, the guilty pleasure of graping children. And y'all will do all of that. And y'all will still burn everything down because we're calling all of that behavior that you're dealing with racist. And what's worse, y'all want us to love it. Y'all want us to love you for it. Y'all want us to be cheerful and happy about it. Y'all want us to love you for it. Y'all want us to appreciate you for your flagrant fucking racism. So all of this is happening because we refuse to give you love for your violent, racist deeds, habits, insistencies, obliviousness, and proclivities that literally is fatal to us. All of this is happening because y'all want us to love you. The people that you're harming through your racism, you want the people, especially black people who you are harming through your racism, to love you, to regale you, to uplift you, to thank you for inflicting your racism and the violence that comes with it on us. I talked about the outrage of the oppressor with respect to the Palestinians and what they're going on, what's happening over there with is not real. But the outrage of the oppressor has been a constant, extant fact of life and reality here in this country for centuries.
Everybody take a very good look. Badass conservative. Liberals are the disease of the world. A couple of American flags and no videos. Now, why, pray tell, would I be bringing this person up? Why? Because they said this. What the fuck are y'all raising up from? How are y'all this goddamn stupid in 2025? Even though I know this is probably a Russian bot farm, the question itself is still valid. Rising up from what? How you gonna rise up and you the largest majority in this country? You rising up against who? Yourself? And that white people shit, man. Talk about a worthless trinket. It's worth absolutely doo-doo water. That shit is worth ass cheeks. Buttery, flaky ass booty. I mean, booty cheeks. What? Rising up. Y'all mad? We're rising up. From what? To go where? And do what? This is the equivalent of Christians saying, we're being persecuted. By who? You're the largest fucking denomination in this country. Who the fuck is persecuting you? The Chitauri? What the fuck are you talking about? How have you been the dominant minority or majority in this country and you still found a way to put yourself as victims? Like I said, this might come from a Russian bot, but the sentiments that this Russian bot put out there is something a whole lot of Caucasian people believe. You're just mad we're rising up against yourself. Man, that goddamn, listen, that birth dearth keep y'all up at night. The birth dearth keeps y'all up at night. That bullshit replacement theory shit keeps y'all, replacement. Rising up from what? Like seriously, what y'all consider to be white culture, it shouldn't exist. Probably because there ain't no white people. There is no country of white. Look, off the coast of Antarctica, there's the country of white, where these mythical white people live. And then y'all say shit like this to make yourself feel good. About what? You motherfucker, we can't get rid of you, even if we wanted to. It's so bad that other Caucasian people are telling y'all to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Y'all just don't like it when it comes out of a mouth of a lightly brown, coffee brown, lightly creamed type person. What is this, the eye of the tiger? Rising up, we still wide, we still broke, we ain't got nothing. The only reason Russian bots would put some shit like this up is because they know there are dumb, poor Caucasian people who believe it. Fucking idiots.
Anyways, welcome back. So this man literally said that during the time of slavery, that they are not the one that traded slave, they're bots. And it is actually not their fault because black people sold black people. African people sold African people. So it is not their fault. We should stop blaming them. That the moment they say one or two things, we start yelling, we start echoing, racism, racism. That they are tired. I can see the white fatigue inside of him boiling. I can see the white fatigue inside of him telling him, bravo, that thing you're doing is absolutely right. Give them back to back. I can see the white fatigue inside of him screaming luxury or nothing. And he said, and I quote, if you are not okay with every single thing that they've done, why living in a country that they built? Sorry, sir, you guys never built any country. You guys never built any country. Everything you are enjoying, everything you're seeing is due to your stolen attitude. And that is why stealing never ceased from you people's lineage. You stole everything. You came to Africa, you deceived. You deceived those Africans then. You deceived them. You promised them a lot of things that even till date, a lot of them did not even get it. And then you took our people. And then you even get to America where you already have black people there. Were black people not there before you guys came to America? So go and do your history. Black people built America. You never built America. Black people built America with their sweat. But what did you people always do? The normal thing that people usually do. Come, steal, and destroy. That is exactly what you guys did. And you guys want black folks not to say anything. You want us to be seeing every single thing you're doing, and we should not call it out. We should not call a spade a spade. I'm even more disappointed in some of these black folks that can literally not see anything good with their fellow black folks. And this black man sat down there to be like, everything he said is correct. How is it correct? How is everything that he said correct? Because you're sitting down on your chair, probably making money out of their sweat, because I can tell you for 100% fact that you are not just doing it because you love white folks. You are literally doing it because you just want to get some change out from them. And even if you're married to a white woman, I can tell you for a whole fact that proximity to whiteness is actually not you being white. Oh, God of mercy. I don't even want to talk about this issue, right? Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section. With no further ado, I'm going to say, man, I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for your love, your support, and every single thing. Bye, guys.